This is Maureen, and we are going to start making our Christmas tree. So we will have it for the 25th on our doors. When you come down to South Cove, you're going to find branches all around that you'll take a whole bunch back to your home. When you get to your home, you're going to start taking pieces like this and making little bunches. So you're going to use your clippers, clip little bunches like this for several trees. And when you get a bunch ready, or several bunches, however you want to do it, you're going to take the bunches together like this, so it makes a group. Take your wire, and you're going to wrap it around so it's firm. And this would be like your first one starting. You can make several bunches like that, or how I end up doing it is taking my ring. You will be getting a ring also with your kit. This is a 10-inch ring. You have made your first bunch, and it will be attached to the ring. Now, you don't want it to go fully into the center because you'll have no center hole. You want it to be facing out. You take the stems and place it either which way a little bit. The stem has been attached with the wire, and just wrap it around really tight. So you take your wire and go around and around. Maybe 3 times. Then you can kind of still push it. Then you can take your next group. If you feel you have to wrap it, you can, but that means cutting wire and doing it. Otherwise, you can just take this again, place it on top of the stems so you don't see the stems, making it a fuller grouping, and then wrap it around 2 or 3 times tight. That way it will not slip out. You have another bunch, take the other bunch. I sometimes go one way and then the other way to make it full. The same thing, wrap it tight. And that's not going to come off. When you're bunching them, try to make all the stems the same length. So if you have a shorter stem, it would fall off if you're wrapping down low. We're going to face it this way and wrap it around. So there is almost a quarter of it done. You'll just keep going around and around and around. If you want it a little bit longer, make longer pieces. Try to keep these even, and we'll talk about evening them out in the end when they're all together if you have some stragglers. So that's basically what you do all around it. You want to keep going in one direction. When you get up here, you're going to want to lift this a little bit to make sure you get some tucked in so it doesn't show a space. We are now getting close to the very end where we have a little 3-inch section. You want to be able to still keep placing your greens, wrapping it around. And as you're getting close now, you don't want the stems to be on top of the next group. You want to pick this up and lay them down so they're going to be covered, and then wrap them. Be careful not to wrap the top layer here. You want to be lifting that up and wrapping it. Then take your next bunch, go the opposite direction. Same thing, get these all loose. Wrap it. And I have another bunch to go in. And we'll put those right here. Lift the top bunch before you wrap. And get it tight. And then it closes up pretty good. You'll see there's some loose pieces out here. Like I said, always can use a little trimming. Just take something. If you don't like that one sticking out, just trim it off. Just cut it off to make it all go around. This one's kind of sticking a little bit out of whack here. Same in the middle. This one's probably falling the wrong way. You can always just trim them up. Make the hole more even. So most anything you can be fixed. If you don't like these here, you can just trim them back a little bit. hanging out. Sometimes they look good. In the end, you're going to decide what side that you really don't care for much, and we're going to be putting our bow. So we'll go into making the bow. Now this here might be, you could always put another one here, but I'm going to stick the bow there, so you're not going to see it anyway. All right, so the bow will be next. And now, actually, you can cut this wire at the end of the wreath and just wire it in. Just get rid of it. Okay. So far, there it is. We're going to put the bow up top. With the bow completed, you'll have your extra wire in the back. We're going to pick the spot on the wreath. Put a piece of wire around each side of the wreath itself. Bring it around back and twist it, just so it's on there tight and won't fall off. Now, on the same spot or thereabouts, it's depending. Some people like their wreath on the side, some like it on the top. This one is at the top of the wreath. And at that spot, you can twist the wreath, the bows on the wreath, separate everything, bring it down, puff up the middle, bring this one down so you can see it. And you have your two ends. Now for the back, you need a hanger. We're going to lie the wreath down, take some more wire, a piece of the wire that you have, strengthen it, which means doubling it, tripling it, whatever you'd like. Put it through the top section. It's going to come through. Grab it and just twist the tops to make a hanger. My finger is in a hole, so you'll always have that hole to twist, to hang it by. And you can fold it down. And to find it, I always make sure I cut a little piece of ribbon or something and put it on it, because it's very hard after you move it around to find that little ring. It kind of falls into the midst of everything. So if you just put a piece of ribbon around it or something, a white piece of string, then you'll be able to see it and know it's going to hang like that. So that's just the plain wreath. You can put pine cones on it, holly on it, red berries on it, all kinds of decorations, candy canes. One year I hung ornaments on it. So decorate it any way you want, and then it just hangs on the tree. So enjoy, and I hope it comes out to your satisfaction.